At $850 to 900 US dollars, the PS5 Pro is now in the same conversation as a mid-range gaming laptop, and that's a comparison worth having. Digital Foundry recently tested Crimson Desert on the PS5 Pro, and their findings tell a very interesting story. So I took those same settings, recreated them as closely as possible on my RTX 5060 laptop, and ran similar scenarios they tested. The open world, both systems look nearly identical. But Crimson Desert has a second mode. The moment you're in a massive battle, hundreds of enemies, physics, AI all firing at once, that's where the numbers stop looking the same. And well, the result wasn't what I expected. So let's start at native 4K, no upscaling, no tricks. This is the PS5 Pro's recommended quality mode according to Pearl Abyss's own guidance based on Digital Foundry's testing. Exploring the open world, the PS5 Pro sits comfortably at 30 FPS. Smooth cinematic, exactly what you'd expect. On this laptop at the same settings, you're looking at something around 28 to 30 FPS. Honestly, the numbers are nearly identical here. But this is the easy part of the game. Drop into balanced mode and performance opens up further. DF recorded locked 40 FPS on the PS5 Pro in this mode, and the laptop matches that closely. You will get around 40 to 45 FPS on the laptop. Performance mode pushes that further, but based on DF's data, neither system is locking to 60. But on the PS5 Pro, majority of the times it stays at 60, but not always. Laptop, you're seeing mostly mid 50s across the board, and that tells you something important right away. Crimson Desert is genuinely demanding on hardware when you try to run it at 4K 60 FPS. There's no free lunch here regardless of whether you're running it on the 5060 laptop or the Pro. Now here's where the comparison actually matters. Large scale battles in this game aren't just graphically intense, they're CPU intensive. AI, physics, destruction, all running simultaneously. Digital Foundry specifically tested Howling Hills, one of the game's most demanding battle sequences. And this is where the PS5 Pro starts to show its limits. Their footage shows the PS5 Pro dropping into the mid to high 30s in these sequences. On this laptop running the same area, I am holding closer to the mid to high 40s. That's not a small gap, and it's happening exactly where the game feels most alive. But it's not just about this particular instance. There could be more battle instances like this throughout the game. It's about stability when everything is happening at once. The PS5 Pro has a locked console optimized pipeline, but in CPU heavy scenarios, the pipeline has a ceiling. And in Crimson Desert's biggest moments, DF's footage shows you can feel it. The laptop doesn't hit the ceiling the same way, not everywhere, but where it counts. And then there's what PC brings on top of that. DLSS quality or balance takes a 40 FPS battle scene and pushes it comfortably into the 60s, with image quality that holds up well in motion. Frame generation takes it further still, keeping the most intense moments feeling smooth even when the raw frame rates dip. And especially ray reconstruction cleans up the lighting and reflections in a way that makes the native image look almost unfinished by comparison. The PS5 Pro has PSSR and now PSSR 2, and based on what DF recorded, it's a solid solution. But in Crimson Desert specifically, DLSS consistently delivered a cleaner and more stable image on this laptop. More importantly, you have options. You can prioritize visuals, prioritize performance, or find something in between. That flexibility matters when no preset is actually hitting 60 FPS out of the box, and that is an important point. So here's where we land. If you already own a PS5 Pro, chill. This isn't a reason to switch. Based on DF's testing, it's a capable machine and Crimson Desert runs well on it for most of the experience. But if you're at that $850 to $900 price point and deciding what to buy, knowing that $100 to another $200 more gets you a machine that handles the game's hardest moments better, adds DLSS, frame generation, and full settings control on top, that's a conversation worth having. In the moments that define Crimson Desert, the massive battles, the chaos, the scenes this game was built around, the RTX 5060 laptop showed it has the higher ceiling. And at that price gap, that's the whole story. If this comparison helped you make a decision, subscribe. I test every major release on this laptop and the ROG Ally Extreme. So if you're on either of those devices, this channel is built for you. Links to the timestamps and the exact settings I used are in the description. Digital Foundry's PS5 Pro testing is also linked. Well worth watching alongside this.